You can say something until the cows come home, but if your energy is not behind it, nobody's going to believe you. And people are going to subconsciously be attracted to what you're not saying just as much as what you are saying.
Welcome to Did I Stutter with Jill Perick. And yeah, I probably did because I have a stuttering disability. But I'm also a multiple six-figure business and mindset coach who's here to help you shut down the mindfuckery of imposter syndrome, self-doubt, and playing the nice girl in your content so you and your brand can blow the fuck up and so you can stack the motherfucking cash. I'm holding absolutely nothing back. We're talking marketing, messaging, mindset, subconscious healing, nervous system regulation, and how to do it all even with raging anxiety, ADHD, and just being a fucking human. If fuck is one of your favorite words and nothing can get in between you, your iced coffee, or the work that you're here to do, I'm your girl. Let's dive in.
Something that I really focus on with my clients that I don't often talk about until right this second is perception annihilation. And what the fuck is this? This is completely annihilating the perception of others in your mind. So actually noticing and being aware of where you are clocking what everybody else thinks about you and how you are allowing that to dictate your moves, the actions that you're taking, the content that you're creating, who you allow yourself to be online, and actively fucking killing that version of you. Because when you are living by an invisible rule book that you believe is there, you are watering down who you actually authentically are and what you actually authentically think. And then you are going to attract people that are not truly authentically aligned with you because you are subconsciously trying to cater to them. I was talking about this on the Real Deal Mastermind call today with my clients because we were talking a lot about wanting more money and that being greedy and selfish. And one of my amazing clients shared a really honest story about how when she was a child, right, she had this experience where she was kind of called selfish or called greedy, or it was suggested to her that wanting something was greedy and like that shouldn't be how she should be. And whether you can relate to having that experience or not, these experiences of us being told how to be and who to be, a lot of us have those experiences in childhood where we begin thinking like, okay, what does everybody think of me? And we all have those times too as kids where we suddenly become aware of what other people think about us. You know, like, have you had that realization as a kid where you're suddenly very aware, oh, this person is talking about me or this person thinks that about me, right? Like I remember that being very jarring when I started realizing that people had opinions about me that I had no idea about. And then it became everything that I hyper fixated on being like, but how do people see me? How am I being perceived? I also think this is a slight ADHD thing as well. I'm very hyper aware of how I'm being perceived. I'm very aware of the way that people see me. And when I first started my business, I really let this affect me to the 10th degree. Like I really let myself be affected by what do other people think about me. But the thing is you will never actually know. You will never actually know. And there are so many people in your audience and there are so many people in the fucking world that it would be impossible for you to try to get everybody else's thoughts and perspectives. And with this exact same client, we were in the Telegram channel on the weekend. I saw her drop something in, and it was around the lines of, you know, I think this is how my audience sees me. And immediately when I dropped in on Tuesday to coach on it, that was one of the first things I said was everything that you believe about yourself is a mirror. Your audience cannot collectively see you as something unless you see yourself as something, because what you believe about your audience is just what you believe about yourself. And what's the solution? What is the thing that we need to do so we don't believe this and so we don't allow this to affect us? We have to annihilate perception. We have to annihilate the version of us who even clocks the fact that somebody else is thinking about us or has an opinion on us. And we need to make sure that when we are showing up and creating content, we are thinking, do I like this? Do I believe in this? Do I think this aligns with the kind of person that I want to work with? Because again, everything that you do, your energy, the way that you show up is attracting the person that you want to work with. And when you're trying to act one way or trying to be one way, but underneath you have these beliefs about yourself or beliefs about the coaching industry or beliefs about money, you're going to attract those people. You're going to attract victims if you yourself are so hung up on being a victim, right? If you're in the coaching industry and you're like, you need to invest in yourself, but you low-key have some beliefs about coaches and about investing in yourself and how like people take advantage of other people and the coaching industry is a scam, don't be surprised when you have people in your containers who also like being the victim, who also have these stories about investing in themselves and being burned and how it's not their fault and blah 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 blah, right? And it's not because you're overtly saying it, it's because of your energy. It's because of the way that you are showing up, because the energy and the frequency doesn't fucking lie. It never will. You can say something until the cows come home, but if your energy is not behind it, nobody's going to believe you. And people are going to subconsciously be attracted to what you're not saying just as much as what you are saying. It's almost like when you see somebody who's saying all the right things, but their shit's not landing because they don't genuinely believe it. So all of this to say, perception annihilation is like one of the most important pieces of this identity work of becoming a coach that gets paid 10K to 20K a month, of becoming a coach that truly is a leader, is not giving a fuck about the perception of others, because you will never truly know. And instead putting an importance on, who do you believe you are? Who do you believe you are? And what do you want to see when you look in the mirror? How do you want to feel? Because when you start to center your own self-concept and you focus on improving that, that is what will naturally come through when you show up. And then you're not performing anymore. You are just fucking being. Because it doesn't fucking matter what anybody else thinks about you, but people are attracted to truth and they're attracted to an energetic frequency. This is a little bit like woo-woo for you, but it's also super strategic in the fact that, like, again, you can have all the perfect words, you can say all the perfect things, but if you're not good with you, that is going to be fucking obvious to your audience, right? And you can never control somebody's perception of you more so than their own experience. Meaning, there have been people that have dropped in and said, you triggered me, or your content triggered me before, and blah, blah, blah. And then I decided to hire you, and I'm so happy I fucking did. And I'm like, damn, I triggered you? Like I did, like I had no idea. And even if I tried to not trigger them, I probably still would. You want to know why? Because everybody's experience is through their own lens, through their own perception. You could be the most perfect person in the fucking world, but if somebody chooses to be triggered or off put by you, they're going to. And trying to avoid that is just the biggest waste of time in the world. This is what it means to be the real deal, is to be so authentically and so clearly you, that like that is a clean frequency that you are creating from. It is not about trying to perform or trying to be a good girl or trying to be a people pleaser or trying to create content that you think your audience wants and to try and be somebody that you think your audience needs or what they want to see. And it is instead about how true you feel to yourself, how honest you feel to yourself, how authentic it feels, and how you get good with you. And that includes being the best version of yourself. That includes doing the hard shit. That includes making big moves, because, and then when you do those things, you respect yourself. You see yourself as a big fucking deal. And then you show up with a much cleaner frequency because you know that you're the fucking shit, and you know that you're the real deal, and you know that if you haven't figured something out, you're going to, because that's just who you fucking are. And you can't do that when you're so inundated with the beliefs and thoughts of other people. When you actually convince yourself that you can make everybody like you, when you actually tell yourself that like you care about what other people think of you or how other people see you, that has to be dropped. It has to be annihilated for you to be the real fucking deal in your business. And while you're listening to this, next week I am going to be doing a micro program called Seen. And this is all about how to calibrate to the real fucking version of you, that version of you that wants to be seen, that doesn't give a fuck about judgment or how she's being perceived, who wants to be truly honest and forthcoming in her storytelling, right? Like the person who this micro offer is for is somebody who is showing up. You are selling. You are kind of going through the motions, but you know you could be more raw. You could be more real. You could tell more stories that would position you as the person that your client needs, but also it puts you in a vulnerable position because you know that there are things about your story that you are keeping hidden away because of shame, because you don't think you should share that, because you think it doesn't make you an authority. But actually owning who you fucking are and owning all of you is exactly why somebody's going to choose to work with you. So in this micro program, we are going to be diving into this concept first of perception annihilation, like killing the identity that needs to be liked, validated, or understood, integrity and intimacy in your content, the difference between performative vulnerability and embodied truth, the frequency of being felt, so regulating your visibility and becoming a walking permission slip for your clients. This is, again, for the woman who is showing up online but know that you're still holding back in what you say. You want to be known for who you are, not just what you sell. You feel the tension between wanting to be seen and fearing what comes with that, the judgment, the being seen at a higher level, fear of success, anyone. And you know that your next level of money, impact, and magnetism comes from radical honesty and self-expression through your content and through how you're showing up. So there's going to be 3 days of live calls. We're going to have a 5-day Telegram experience. It's only $88 and you can get that at the link in the show notes. And I am so excited to welcome you inside and really see what's behind the veil, see what's behind the scenes of who you truly fucking are and how you can meld it together with your brand and just be seen. Just regulate your nervous system to being seen in your power, being seen as the confident version of you who also knows how to pair real storytelling and honesty and like killing the shame that you feel about you, about your story, about who you fucking are, so you can show up as the most authentic version of you and make fuck tons of money just by being fully fucking you. Okay? The link is in my show notes. Again, it's only $88 and I can't wait to see you inside. We start on Monday, November 17th, and we go until Friday, November 21st. I'll see you there.